Cold start. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Hey, as you can see, I am sitting in the Tacoma. I decided to get it down today, take it out, stretch its legs a little bit, because I miss driving it. You know, I really do love the Tacoma, and prior to my decision to trade it in on a 2020 Tacoma, it was my daily driver. Now that duty has been kind of transferred to the Tundra. But as soon as I put my hands on this 2020, it's going to become my daily driver, and the Tundra is just going to relax a little bit. So as I've been out driving around today, you know, I got to thinking, because you can't help but do that when you're sitting in a Tacoma and you have another Tacoma coming. I started thinking about the things that I'm looking forward to in the new 2020. The options, the features, the things that the 2018 doesn't have in it. So here are 5 things that I can't wait to experience in my new 2020 Tacoma.
Okay, we're back. Had a great little drive in the Tacoma up there. It's back in its perch, waiting until the next leg stretching. Anyway, I mentioned there are 5 things that I am really looking forward to in the 2020 Tacoma that I have on order. The first one, that awesome Voodoo blue color. You know, the color just radiates, I think, at least for me. I mean, I love blue anyway. Might be kind of hard to tell, you know, red shirt, red truck, but I do love blue. I think it's my favorite color, given the right shade in any vehicle. And I like just a little bit of a purple hue to it, if you will. So, I don't know, it's what I really like, other than cherry black, which is my ultimate favorite. I would say that blue is right up there, so I can't wait to get that Voodoo blue truck. It should be very cool. And you know, it's always aesthetics that I look for, as I've mentioned many times, in every vehicle I drive, and I find this new 2020 Voodoo blue Tacoma to be very aesthetically pleasing. Next up, the 10-way power adjustable lumbar driver's seat. You know, I had a problem with the seating position in the current Tacoma, so much so that I put spacers in. And there are a couple of videos, I'll leave a link down below for one of the installs I did. I actually tried a couple of different kinds. But I put spacers in to raise that back seat up just a little bit to get a better vantage point, a better seating position for me in the truck, because I always felt like I was sitting backwards. Now I gotta believe that this new 10-way power adjustable seat is gonna take care of that. I'm hoping that I can actually maybe lower it a little bit and raise the rear up a little bit to kind of level it out a little bit more. I hope it works that way. You know, when I went and test drove one, I didn't spend a lot of time fiddling with the seats, but as I recall, it was pretty comfortable and I didn't notice that problem. And I guess worst case, I can always put a spacer back in there if I need to, you know. Next up, the 6-speed manual transmission. You know, I learned how to drive on a manual. I've been driving a manual transmission for, let's just say, a long time. And I love driving them. Now, part of the fun of this, I guess, is going to be experiencing what it's like in the Tacoma. I've driven a Ford Ranger, an old Ford Ranger, that has a manual transmission in it, and it was pretty fun to drive. I think it was actually a 4-speed. So this is going to be a 6. It's going to be completely different and modern. But I can't wait to get back into that and be able to experience, to row through the gears. I mean, if you drive a manual transmission, you probably know what I'm talking about. And no, I'm not talking about the same thing as those paddle shifters. You know, in my opinion, that is not shifting. That's just a marketing gimmick to maybe transition, or to try to transition those of us who really want a manual into something else, but it just doesn't get it for me. Now also, I've heard that the manual transmission is the way to go. There are a lot of complaints, you know, with the transmission, in the automatic transmission rather, in the Tacoma. And I've heard that the manual transmission is a really good pairing for that 3.5 liter V6. So I want to find out for myself. I hope it is. Next up is the tech. I love tech. I love all kinds of tech. I want the latest and greatest in everything that I have. And the Toyota, or the 2020 Toyota, is going to give me the most up-to-date that I can get in a Tacoma. You know, it has that bigger screen, which I love. I'm a big fan of that Tesla, not the Cybertruck, the screen. That great big screen, it's more like this, that they have in the Tesla. I think it is awesome. I would love to see something like that in the Tacoma if there were room, or in the Tundra. So I can't wait to experience that, and also the 360-degree camera that comes with it. You know, I am very particular when I park, you know, whether it's in my own driveway even, or at a shopping mall or something like that, at the grocery store. You know, I always try to put the truck dead center, dead even in the lines, right? Front to back, side to side, just to make sure that I don't get too close and risk somebody parking next to me and causing problems. Even though I park a mile away, people still like to park right next to you, you know? So I try to put the truck right dead center if I can. Next up, and this is what I'm probably looking forward to the most, is number 5, and that's the build. You know, part of what I love to do for this channel and just personally is tinker around with the truck, you know, and I miss that. I haven't been doing that, of course, because I'm not adding anything to the Tacoma that I currently have, because I'm going to be trading it. I have gotten some things in. I did manage to squeeze out a little mod on a skid plate. I'll leave that down below as well, to kind of tide me over a little bit. But the lift, I can't wait to get the lift put on, to put the wheels and tires on. For now, it's going to be the ones that I have back there. Those are the 20-inch fuels and the 20-inch Nitto Ridge grapplers. I'm still undecided about those, honestly. I may change them out to something what I would consider more off-road worthy, something with a bigger sidewall. Not crazy, but something a little bit more suited for off-roading, I guess. The aesthetics of it, you know, to be able to change things on the outside and on the inside to make the truck the way that I want it. And that can be something as little as debadging it, or maybe the painted skid plate that I have, changing out the grill. That's something that I'm going to look into doing. I have a TRD Sport grill now, or a TRD Pro grill, I should say now, that I'm hoping I can make it fit. I'm going to have to do something with that front-facing camera. That's what comes on the model that I'm getting. But I should be okay with the sensor, so I think I'm good there. It is going to be the bug out, or the apocalyptic, it's hard to say, Tacoma build, you know. And what I mean by that is something that if you need to get out in a hurry for some reason, or maybe not such a big hurry, but an emergency situation is coming, that you can jump in the truck and just take off. It'll be off-road worthy, it'll be on-road worthy. Some people have mentioned to me, well, why don't you just do that with the Tundra? It's bigger, it's more powerful, you can knock stuff out of the way, you know, for some huge apocalyptic event, you know. If you do that too often, you're going to damage it so badly that you're not going to be able to drive it anymore, and that kind of defeats the purpose, right? The Tacoma is smaller, be able to zigzag in and out of things if I need to. So that's why I would prefer to do it, and am going to do it, with the Tacoma. I also live in a hurricane zone, you know, so it's possible that I would have to leave this area. And it would be nice to be able to jump in the truck, you know, while you're in a hurry and you're trying to get everything together, even though you get notice. You know, at the last minute, you're trying to get all those last things that you need in case that while you're gone, your house isn't there when you get back, you know. So it'd be nice to have a setup where everything that I need is already in the truck, and I don't have to worry about the little things, you know, like soap or paper towels or whatever, you know, whatever you might need out there on the road. The last thing, I'm going to throw in a bonus number 6, because this is always awesome, and that is the new truck smell. You know what I'm talking about, right? That new car smell. You get in and it's intoxicating. You know, it's so intoxicating that a lot of companies, these air freshener companies and things, have tried to reproduce it. You know, you can go out and buy those little Christmas tree-like looking things, hang them in your truck. It's supposed to replicate that smell, right? It never does. It's not the same. It only lasts for a short period of time, so you have to enjoy it while you can. But there is nothing like the intoxicating aroma of a new truck. So anyway, those are 5 plus 1 bonus things that I can't wait for, that I'm looking forward to in the 2020 as soon as I get it. For those of you that don't know, right now, still looking like February. That's the last update that I had. So we're getting closer. We're pushing towards the end of December. I said December flies, and it always does. And then we're into January, and I'm in the zone. I'm in the window. It won't be long. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What do you think of my 5 things list? Anything you would add? Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.